Hi students, welcome to the session on force and torque on a closed loop. In this class we see what will happen when we keep one rectangular current carrying loop in a uniform magnetic field, right? It will produce a torque, and what is that we will see. Okay, so here you see ABCD. ABCD is a rectangular current carrying loop. The current is flowing in this direction and coming out from this direction. Okay, and this white arrow lines is talking about magnetic field B. Okay, this is magnetic field B. Okay, so this is a uniform magnetic field. The length of the loop is L and width is W. Fine. Okay, now when we keep this loop in the magnetic field, the loop will experience differential force. The loop experiences differential force. Why it is experiences differential force? Let us see. See, current flows in this direction. Here from A to B, you see from A to B in this arm, in arm A to B, what happens? Okay, let me erase this first, then I explain. Fine. In the arm of right, so let me do in arm AB. In arm AB, what happens? Current flows in Z direction like this. This is I direction, and magnetic field will be in Y direction. B will be in Y direction. Okay, so this is Y. Now, what will happen to the force? Right, we know that F is equal to IL cross B. Fine. So IL cross B I have to find. L is also in this direction because IL will be in same. So IL cross B means I sorry, I have to rotate. It is clockwise direction. When you rotate anything clockwise, what will happen? IL cross B is rotating clockwise. When you rotate anything clockwise, it will go inside, right? So it will. So resultant vector will go inside. What is the resultant vector? F. So the force will act towards inside the screen. That means coming out is plus x direction. The force will act inside the screen. That means it will push down the loop. That's what I have written here. It will push down. Inside means I have to put cross. So this is the force direction, F. This is force. This is F. It is pushing down. So right, so L will be in Z direction, A is Z, and B will be in AY direction, means it will result in minus AX direction. The force will be acting minus AX, that means inside the screen. This is what minus AX. That's what left arm has a force of a force acting inside the screen. Similarly, you see what will happen to this arm. Here you see, as usual, magnetic field will be in what you call Y direction, and current will be acting in minus Z direction, I. So this is B. What I have to do? IL cross B. That means I have to move from I to B, L to B. This is L direction. IL, both are same. So IL cross B means I am going in anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction, if you rotate anything in anti-clockwise direction, it will come up. So what will happen? The resultant force, if you take L cross B in this direction, the result will be coming up. So resultant force will be coming up. So it is push-up force. So this side it is pushing down, this side it is pushing up. So what will happen? Result will be a rotating force. It will rotate because one side I push, one side another pull. Push up, push down, push up. So it will be rotating. Okay, so similarly, what will happen to arms BC? So it is CD, arms CD. What will happen to arms BC? BC. In BC, you see current will be flowing in this direction, and magnetic field will also in the same direction. The blue lines is current, white lines are magnetic field. L and B are in same direction. So angle is 0 degree. F is equal to ILB sin theta. Theta is angle between L and B, 0 degree. So the answer is 0. Here the force is 0. Similarly, in CD also you see what is happening. L and B are in opposite direction. The current is in this direction, B is in this direction, opposite 180 degree. IL sin theta sin 180, that is also 0. So in arm CD also, AD also the force is 0. Only the arms AB and CD feel the force that is opposite. One is pushing down, another one is pushing up. Okay, so this rotating force is known as torque. Okay, so how it happens, let us see. Right, so this is what torque. So what is torque? Torque is the radial distance at which torque acts multiply by tangential force, right? So torque is a vector quantity because it is a rotational force. So torque must be a vector quantity, right? Let us assume I give symbol T. Okay, T vector or tau. So then generally they give tau. So I give tau vector. Tau is a vector quantity because it is a force, rotational force, that is equal to R cross F. Okay, so what is that? F is a tangential force, right? R is a radial distance at which torque acts. You see, the torque will act with respect to the center, right? Whenever we move any object, it will move or rotate with respect to some axis. Axis, this is the center of the loop. So the loop rotates with respect to this axis. So what we have to do, I have to take distance from the center of the loop. That is, it is what our radial distance. Radial distance at which torque acts. So what is the distance? Total length is W. From the center, the AB and CD are at a distance of W by 2. Right? That is very much important. So why I take cross product? Because R is a distance, F is R is a vector, F is also a vector force. But why I take cross product? Because if you take R dot F, it will result in scalar quantity, but torque is a vector quantity, so cross is important. Another one reason is when R cross F is taken, then the cross product only will result in rotation. Dot product will not result in rotation. So I can give two reasons for that. Tau is equal to R cross F. Fine. So we have to find total tau. Tau total is equal to tau in left arm plus tau in right arm, tau in top arm plus tau in bottom arm. Right? Yes or no? So first we find magnitude. What is the tau in top arm and bottom arm? We found it is 0. Tau in top and bottom is 0. What about tau in left arm? Tau in left arm is given by what is magnitude of tau? Tau is equal to RF sin theta. Right? So you know why tau is 0? Because in the top arm and bottom arm, F is equal to 0, I told. So F0 means tau 0. What about tau in left and right arm? Tau in left arm is given by tau is equal to RF sin theta. What is the angle between R and F here? R is the distance, right? So you see, right? R is the distance. R is W by 2. Yes or no? The total distance, radial distance. R is W by 2. F is equal to BIL. Right? So tau is equal to RF sin 90 because both are perpendicular, right? Magnetic field, so you see magnetic field Magnetic field in this direction, the distance will be in this direction, perpendicular direction. Magnetic field is in horizontal direction, length is in vertical direction. So RF is 90. So RF sine 90, that is 1. So what is R? R is the length. Length is given by W by 2, and F is equal to BIL. Right? So same rule is applicable for tau right also. Tau right is also RF, that is given by W by 2. F is equal to BIL. R is W by 2. F is equal to BIL. Fine. So that's very important. Clear or not? So R is a radial distance. Radial distance is from center. This is W by 2. I told, right? So tau. So what is total tau? Tau left, tau right, tau bottom and top. If you add all the things, W by 2 BL plus W by 2 BL, it will be W ILB, BIL, or whatever it be. WILB. So we know that length into width is equal to area. So BIA, tau is equal to BIA. This is the total torque experienced by a loop in the magnetic field. Suppose if I have kept only one loop, if I kept n turns, it will become NBIA. N is a number of turns. So from this what we understand, if we increase the number of loops, torque will increase. If n increases, tau will get increased. So rotation will be more. That's what we have so many windings in the motor. So more turns, more torque. That is more rotation. Right? That's a principle we use in the motor. Right? This is the way a motor rotates. Okay. Now we derive some other important points. Tau is equal to BIA sin theta. As R cross F. So BIA sin theta. I include theta also in general. Right? I can write this tau as M cross B, where M vector is, tau is a vector quantity, so it will become vector. So magnitude is this one. So tau is M vector is given by IA vector. Right? So tau is equal to BIA sin theta. We know tau is equal to BIA. Angle between that is R and F is sin theta. So here sin is 90. That's why we didn't put. But in general, we put tau is equal to BIA sin theta. Tau is equal to M cross B. Let me write M is equal to I cross A. IA. So now if you do, what is tau? If you take a cross product of M and B, what is M? IA cross B. What you will get? Magnitude of tau will be IAB sin theta. That's what instead of BIA sin theta, we have written tau is equal to M cross B. Right? So this is very, very important conclusion. What is this? This is M is equal to IA. M is a vector, IA, because area is a vector. That I can write IA into n cap, unit vector. Any vector can be represented in terms of its magnitude and its unit vector. This M is known as magnetic dipole moment. Right? So this is known as, this M is known as magnetic dipole moment. Okay. So what is this? It is equal to, magnetic dipole moment is the product of current and area of the loop kept normal. Right? Is it right? Yes or no? It is a product of current and area. Unit vector is normal vector. So magnetic dipole moment M vector is the current into area of the loop kept normal to the flow of current. We have already studied about electric dipole moment, that is given by M is equal to Q into D. Charge into distance. Hope you remember, right? So this is what a magnetic dipole moment, sorry. And this is a very, very important point to be noted, right? And another one point to be noted here is, we know tau is equal to R cross F, right? So this is indicating that tau is perpendicular to a plane containing what? The torque is perpendicular to plane containing both R, you know, R is a distance, and F is nothing but BIL, that is magnetic field. That's why we know how that our loop rotates. It is rotating, pushing down and pushing up compared to the field lines. You see here how, okay, sorry, how it is rotating here. You see, magnetic field is in this direction, it is pushing down perpendicular to the magnetic field direction and perpendicular to the R direction, because R is going in this direction. So it is perpendicular to both R and B, right? So that is very, very important. So the resulting rotation will be perpendicular to the R, which is a radial distance, and B, magnetic field, right? So those things are very, very, very important point to be noted. Okay, so I hope you understand everything clearly, right? So what is torque, what is magnetic dipole moment? So the thing I can conclude, what is the conclusion we can make, right? The torque is given by tau is equal to R cross F. The magnitude of torque is given by NBIA if we keep your closed loop in a magnetic field, right? So what about magnetic dipole moment? M is equal to IA unit vector, right? It is a magnetic dipole moment. So these are all the things we learned from this class, right? I hope you understand everything clearly. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section. Thank you.